Hello, guys, Mac here, and today I'm going to talk about a few pieces of information that have come out about Battlefield 1 and a few bits of news over the past couple of days. And this includes a free map that will be coming out after the game comes out for everyone. And there will also be a little bit of information about the rocky launch of Battlefield 4 and if that will happen to Battlefield 1. So getting right into this with the first bit of information, and that is about a free map that will be coming out to everyone once the game actually does come out on October 21st. So this comes from Origin, which if you don't know what Origin is, it's basically EA's version of Steam on the PC. And if you check the Origin page for Battlefield 1, and if you check like the Deluxe Edition or even like the Standard Edition, it will give you a comparison between the editions. And there are a few things here that were kind of compared with, what items you're going to get with different editions and stuff. But the big thing here is that the first option on the page is that there will be a pre-order bonus 7-day early access to a free map drop. And if you click on it, it will say scout ahead later this year when the first new map is added. Get there a week early so you can navigate it like a master by release day. So at first, whenever I first saw this, I was a little skeptical. I was kind of like, okay, it's probably just a pre-order map. But if you start to read it a little bit more, it kind of makes sense that it would actually be for everyone because they say 7-day early access to a free map drop. If it was a pre-order only map, so if it was like, if you got a collector's edition or if you got just the pre-order version, you think that it would just say new map or it would just say pre-order bonus new map. It wouldn't say early access to a free map. So this will probably be like Battle of Jakku for Star Wars Battlefront. I think, I'm not sure the exact time frame on it, but I think it was about a week ahead if you got a premium or if you got like the season pass or something like that. I think you got like early access and stuff. That was cool. And it's going to be pretty similar this year. Who knows like how the map will be. We haven't got any information on that. But it is kind of nice how they are going to give us free maps. And really, we have seen that before. Even in like the last week, we've seen free DLCs being given out for Battlefield Hardline and Battlefield 4. Now, while I am excited for this free map, I'm hoping that this isn't like a cutout of the main game. I'm hoping that by that I mean that the game will have about as many maps as Battlefield 4, because Battlefield 4 shipped with about 9-10 maps. I'm hoping that this isn't like Battlefront, where it only ships with like 4 different maps or something like that. And then they really push like this DLC plan. I really hope that this game has more maps than Battlefront, because, 4 or 5, that isn't really that great in my opinion. So we'll see how that works out. So the second bit of information I want to continue on to is a interview from VentureBeat, and I'll leave a link to their article in the description if you want to go listen to the entire interview. I'm only going to be talking about one question that was in that interview, and the interview was with a DICE developer. His name is Daniel Berlin, and he kind of talked about a few things with the game, but the second to last question is what I want to talk about in this video. So VentureBeat asked the question, Battlefield 4 had a very rocky launch. What are you doing to ensure that's not going to happen again? So Daniel Berlin, who like I said is a DICE developer, he said, it's a focus for us. We know it was a very difficult launch. We've been working on this for a long time. We released Battlefront, which did really well. We're pushing an open beta to ensure stability. We've taken a lot of learnings from that experience, and we feel like we succeeded with Battlefront. We'll take everything we learned there and apply it to Battlefield 1 as well. So that's a little bit of confirmation. He hasn't said like, oh, this game will not have a rocky launch, because of course they can't really anticipate that. And even if, the game was in a terrible state, they're not going to say that. But I'm hoping that this year they'll have like a little bit of an earlier beta than what they did with Battlefield 4. Because I feel like one problem with Battlefield 4 is, even though the beta was kind of bad and the beta had a lot of problems, it was still so close to the actual release of the game. There weren't that many fixes for the game. That's a little bit of confirmation. They are trying to make this game as good as possible and not have it be damaged by a rocky launch like how Battlefield 4 was, because a lot of Battlefield 4 didn't really have that many good sales, because I feel like a lot of people didn't give Battlefield 4 a chance because it just had a terrible launch. And their launch is super important for a video game. So I'm hoping that with this game, Battlefield 1, it will have a better launch. But that's kind of just what I want to talk about in this video. And let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. Like I said, if you do want to go check out the interview, it's a pretty good read. And if you do want to go check that out, then I say check the description. And also, what are your thoughts on DICE trying to ensure that this game doesn't have a rocky launch like Battlefield 4? Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments. Hope you enjoy. Feedback is always appreciated. I'll see you guys in the next video.